Hmm. I am saying hello to everyone. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby. I am just so excited to be with you today. Today is a grand and a glorious day. It's a day of celebration. I am saying hello to everyone. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby. I am just, I get to echo myself.
Yeah, I was hearing that echo.
Well, we are out of the echo now. I'm
Oh,
just grateful to be, as I was saying to our audience, I'm so grateful to be with you today. Today is a grand and a glorious day. And guess what? Today is my birthday. And I'm so grateful to celebrate this day with you in a special and a sacred way. And part of what I like to do, and I have a full day ahead of me, there are certain things I'm going to abstain from today, and I'm just going to go and celebrate. But one of the things that I do and love and enjoy is the value of spiritual practice and getting up every morning to warm the field of life. And of course, on this sacred and special day, I get an opportunity to warm the field of life not only for myself, but for all of humanity, for the new lives that are coming into the world right now. So I'm going to invite you to join me wherever you're at in the world. I'm going to invite you to take a break with me. I'm going to invite you to breathe with me as we anchor in a space of unconditional love this morning. We're going to breathe and have a mindful moment, a heart moment. So I invite you to just drop into the space of your heart right now, releasing and letting go of everything it took to be in this moment. And I invite you to breathe, giving thanks for our technology. I'm giving thanks for the birth of the internet that took place on this day, October 29th, 1969, the gift that was brought to us from UCLA and the Stanford Research Institute as they had conducted their first test of what now we know as the internet. Just breathe. Our reading this morning comes from 365, Science of Mind, A Year of Daily Wisdom, from Ernest Holmes. Today's reading is entitled, I Glorify in the Power of the Word. I have faith in the invisible because everything that is visible proclaims the invisible source of its being. I feel as though all things, even though they are temporary, are rooted in a changeless reality. Today, I enter into this divine play of life upon myself or upon itself. Today, I attend and witness the eternal birth of living our divine ideas. I recognize these ideas as supplying me and everything I need. Today, I have implicit faith that substance is taking form in my affair. This substance takes the form of joy, friendship, and love. It takes the form of abundance and perfect physical conditions. Everything is increased and multiplied, and the good that goes from me also is increased and multiplied. I believe in the power of my own word because I understand that it is not I, but the Father that dwelleth in me that does the work. I know that I individualize the power of God through my spoken word. I exercise dominion over everything that comes into my experience. I do this without any sense of strain or compulsion, but rather with a sense of the one who beholds the work of God must be altogether good and perfect. I use my word and I glorify in its power. I'm inviting you to breathe with me this morning. And as I'm breathing this morning, and as we are breathing this morning, I invite you to settle and allow these words to deepen itself within the recesses of your being, with a heart-centered focus right here, right now. I invite you to just allow for the power of compassion, of caring, spirit of nurturing, to fulfill itself within you. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Science of Mind, a year of daily wisdom from Ernest Holmes. Today's reading is entitled, I Glorify in the Power of the Word. I have faith in the visible because everything that is visible proclaims the invisible source of its being. I feel as though all things, even though they are temporary, are rooted in the changeless reality. So today, I enter into this divine play of life upon itself. Today, I attend and witness the eternal birth of divine ideas. I recognize these ideas as supplying me with everything I need. Today, I have implicit faith that substance is taking form in my affairs. This substance takes the form of joy, friendship, and love. It takes the form of abundance and of perfect physical conditions. Everything is increased and multiplied, and the good that goes from me also is increased and multiplied. I believe in the power of my own word because I understand that it is not I, but the presence within that dwelleth in me that does the work. So here's the point, and I'm inviting you to influence the power of chatter, of divine wisdom, of truth by the power of your word. I'm going to invite you, if you're here in the sacred space, I have a person here. She's in high watch today. I'm going to say she's in high watch. And we're utilizing the power of the word. But I'm inviting you, as you're watching, to take this moment and affirm with me. I'm going to invite you to bring that punch of enthusiasm in the power of these words. I know that I individualize the power of God
I know that I individualize the power of God.
through my spoken word.
Through my spoken word,
I exercise dominion over everything
I exercise dominion over everything
that comes into my experience.
that comes into my experience.
I do this without any sense of strain or compulsion,
I do this without any sense of strain or compulsion,
but rather with a joyous sense,
but rather with a joyous sense,
a sense of the one who beholds the work of God.
a sense of the one who beholds the work of God.
Must be altogether good and perfect.
Must be altogether good and perfect.
I use my word
Use my word
and glorify its power.
and glorify its power.
I'm inviting you to breathe with me this morning. And as we're breathing this morning, we're breathing into this space, knowing the power of glorifying the essence and the power of the word. And knowing that in this very moment, the good that has been affirmed through the ages, that is ever available, is the essence of God. Knowing that that God presence is alive and thrives, and that it fulfills itself right where we are, that we are part of this divine essence and a beneficial energy. I speak my word today, beholding this truth and knowing that this truth, this essence, fulfills itself everywhere, in everything, and in every part of life. And remembering that that presence is alive and thriving within each and every one of us. So we glorify in this essence. And as we glorify, we celebrate its wisdom, we celebrate the intent, and we allow for the grace of God and good to fulfill itself in this day, knowing that there is a mighty blessing and that we are a part of this mighty blessing. So, as I affirm this truth right here, right now, I know that everyone that hears this prayer, that anchors in this sacred awareness, is uplifted and blessed beyond that which we cannot even imagine. That the sacred presence reveals itself and particularizes itself in a sacred and a profound way. And I'm so grateful this morning to behold this truth, to bear witness to this truth, to allow for it to fulfill itself right where I am within my life, and knowing that it mirrors itself for each and every single person that comes into contact with this, and even those that know not of the spoken word today. I know that there is a mighty blessing. And in this space with joy, and in this space with love, we simply allow it to be by simply affirming today. And so it is. And now it is. Amen, amen, and ashe. I'm thanking you for being here today. And I thank you for being a blessing in the world. We're going to send this out. I am in celebration mode, and I'm going to come back and be on Facebook today live at 12 noon. And then after that, we're going dark. Normally, it's Happy Wednesday. And on Happy Wednesday, we are celebrating with Reverend Larry's Expanding Book Consciousness webinar. They've asked me to take the day off because of my birthday. And so this afternoon, I'll be celebrating with family and enjoying this sacred day. I'll be sitting and allowing for spirit to expand its essence within me as we move into this new year. But as I move into this space, I'm inviting you to move with me in consciousness. And I'm inviting you to celebrate today too in a sacred way. We will not have our Power 8 Prosperity Prayer Circle, and I have a special assignment for you. And my assignment for you is for you to cast your net in the field of prosperity. What would that look like? To get clear in your thought and exercise the power of your word, this experience in meditation, and prepare for the power of the word to expand itself within you. Let me give you a few examples. Maybe perhaps you're working on establishing a savings account where you have intentionally placed funds there to support you in your efforts in a sacred way. Maybe it's a travel fund. Maybe it is a fund to support a project you're working on. Open up that account. It's very simple and easy. That's a prepared consciousness. And then prepare yourself for the next step. Maybe perhaps it is just being good to yourself and showing up in places like this so that your soul can be nurtured for the next step after setting up that special account. Or maybe it is in that prepared consciousness is practicing the energy and the practice of wholeness, abstaining for habits that no longer serve you. For example, maybe perhaps changing the way you approach your health. These are things to think about. These are things that I'm thinking about on this sacred day, being intentional. And what I've found is being intentional on sacred days like this can change and transform your life. Come and hear about how it has changed and transformed my life this coming Sunday with our Sunday Power Talk and prayer. Have a blessed day. Love you all.